So I'm Geoff Karch. This is the Colts next Stillhouse, right next door to Delicious Orchards. We make MuckleyEye spirits here. I was born in Ohio, a little small town in Ohio, and I moved to New York to get into the advertising business. Did the advertising and then moved into the television business. Was in the television business for about, oh gosh, 15 years in the television business. Last job I had was National Geographic Channel in advertising sales. So I did a little bit of marketing and sales for clients. Always wanted to get into advertising. Originally wanted to be a copywriter and write ads, but got first hired in the media department and never left. And from there I went on to the television business. I guess the start of this story, about 2013. And that's when I read an article of the legalization of craft distilling in New Jersey. That's when it first became legal to do that. I read the article, I said, man, that'd be cool, you know? I want to make something with these two hands, and that'd be cool. So I looked into it. I read a lot about it. I finally invested. I went to Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky to learn it. There's an intensive 5-day distiller course where I met all the people that taught me how to run a still, how to blend, engineers to set up my distillery and my equipment. I met a person who was the former CFO of Jim Beam, who set up a business plan for me. I used that business plan, I presented it to a bank. They actually decided they would approve me. They gave me a loan, and bingo, here we are. I'm like, wow, they're letting me do this. I was unemployed at the time. So I'm what you call all in. I pushed all my chips into the table and decided to do this. I knew that there'd be an opportunity in this town for this type of an idea. And I sort of happened upon, I was going for another location. Some of the township folks said, that's not gonna be a good location. I know of another location where it's for sale and it wasn't really even listed. So I came to the owner. This used to be a farm. It used to be an old farmhouse in the barn in the back. And he said, yeah, I wanted to sell it. So we made an agreement and we bought it. It just so happened that Source Brewing was looking for a place, and they talked to a few townspeople, and the townspeople pointed them to this lot. And I think it's going to be a very symbiotic relationship, where there's a lot of collaboration opportunities between us. It'll be, so this will become a craft campus, if you will. Very pleased with how it turned out. And in fact, the town loves it. Everybody in the town loves it. And the Architectural Review Board just gave us an award this year for best architectural commercial building. So yeah, it luckily turned out great. So what is MuckleyEye, right? I get that all the time. And MuckleyEye was a statement that my grandfather used to exclaim. He'd go, holy MuckleyEye, when something excited him, gave him joy, surprise, exclamation, if you will, So that's why MuckleyEye, has been inside me all these years. As a young kid, I used to hear this phrase, and for it to come out of me now in that way with this brand, it's just perfect. It's just a perfect fit for the brand. It represents sort of what my philosophy was in this whole project, and how enthusiastic I was. We have vodka, white rum. We call it an East Coast crafted rum. It's a white rum. We'll have a dark rum in about probably 8 months to a year. It's in those barrels right in the corner. We've got gin, and we've got a rye and a bourbon whiskey. So we've got five different spirit styles. But my real favorite is just straight up the rye with some of their custom bitters that they make. That's my favorite. Simple, easy, but all the drinks are delicious. But Delicious Orchards is our go-to. We get all of our ingredients from them, all the fruits, vegetables for our shrubs and mixers, tinctures, bitters, all of it comes from them. Yeah. We want to use locals. We want to use local as much as we can. Eventually we'll be using local corn in the area, and as many local things that make sense. that are good, good solid products. I see this as a real destination, not dissimilar to Delicious Orchards. That currently I would say is the destination in our town, and I think this, and particularly when we combine and create that craft campus, if you will, that's a true Colts Neck destination. So yeah, I want to do that. I want to keep going with this business. I'm not in it for a quick turnaround, a quick buck to sell it. I want to build it and perhaps either pass it down to my family or who knows, maybe one day somebody would want to buy it, and I'd consider that down the road. But I'm in this for the long term.